Hey there, and welcome back to Utility Sports. We do have some breaking news, and this is key information. Kevin O'Connell has been hired by the Minnesota Vikings. Jim Harbaugh was just brought in for an interview with the team. Raheem Morris was also in the mix for this job, and those were basically the three finalists. Bringing in a guy like Kevin O'Connell is absolutely huge, and this is an expansion of the Sean McVay coaching tree. We just saw Brandon Staley last year get hired, and now you add Kevin O'Connell also to that list. He's developed a really nice culture there, good staff, and they're guys that are getting a lot of respect around the league, especially as coordinators. The fact that him and Raheem Morris were in the conversation really speaks volumes to what Sean McVay has built in LA. Looking at the Minnesota Vikings, this is, to me, the correct hire. You look at it from the standpoint of they go from a defensive-minded coach to now an offensive-minded coach. It's a big change. This team's strengths are definitely on the offensive side of the football. You have superstars like Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, really good players like Adam Thielen. And this roster is really close to contending, in my opinion. There's a couple of tweaks that they need to make, some draft choices that they definitely have to hit on for sure. That's exactly what it's going to take for this team, especially defensively. There's a lot to figure out. But Kevin O'Connell steps into a really good situation, especially offensively. I think they're going to be a top 5 offense next year. Kirk Cousins, basically, we're not exactly sure where he sits with this current team and where they're at. We'll kind of see what Kevin O'Connell thinks about a potential fit. Maybe they're going to look elsewhere. Maybe they like what they have in Kellen Mond. Obviously, that was not under the same regime, who had drafted him. However, this is a big difference here. So looking at this hiring, this is one I'm pretty confident in. I think they did a really nice job with this. You've seen that Rams offense absolutely explode this year with Kevin O'Connell. Cooper Kupp was phenomenal. I think you can kind of see that same impact once again. Adam Thielen should have a really big year next year. Justin Jefferson is going to continue to do what he does best and dominate the game. And Irv Smith should see a bigger role, kind of like that Tyler Higbee role. I love this for the Minnesota Vikings. I think this is the guy. I think you can expect them potentially to win the division next year. That's kind of the move that this is. Once again, it's going to come down to that draft and a couple of free agent decisions. It's going to be tough. They're going to have to cut ends with some of their better players. Harrison Smith might be a name to watch in terms of being a cap casualty. I'd have to see the numbers for sure on that. But they're going to have to rework some money, restructure some deals. But this team is very close to really contending in the playoffs. And considering how much talent they have on the roster, the offensive line has gotten better over the last couple of seasons. So they're pretty strong up front. And then you look defensively, you're going to be getting a guy like Danielle Hunter back. He's an absolute game changer along that defensive line. I like what they have on defense, except that corner room's definitely got to be addressed. The other safety spot has to get addressed as well. When you look at where they're at, this is a good team. It's a good team, close to contention. They needed the right head coach. Mike Zimmer and Rick Spielman really got off course from where they were going. They had built something pretty special there from a roster standpoint, and defensively, Mike Zimmer was phenomenal. But he really started to interfere with some of that offensive, not only personnel but play calling and decision making at the end of games, which really was his ultimate downfall. Right. Sometimes a good head coach has to step back and let his offensive guy make some decisions, and that sometimes wasn't the case with his tenure. But I have the utmost confidence Kevin O'Connell will be a good hire. I like this for the Minnesota Vikings. I think the Vikings brass were really blown away by him in these interviews. Jim Harbaugh, I thought was going to be. I thought he was right there in the mix. I thought it was very possible that they were going to hire him. So I like the move. Everybody in the comment section below, let me know what you think of it. Give me a grade as well. Was this a good hire or not? Please let me know in that comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you guys in our next video.